a quiet space and sit down. Take a deep breath and gently allow your whole body to relax. Become focused by moving your awareness inwards to the center of your forehead. This is the seat of the soul. Focus on this point. Within this silent and still space, awaken a spiritual thought. For example, I am a peaceful soul. Hold this thought. Don't think hard about it. Allow your mind to wrap itself around this simple positive thought. I am a peaceful soul, a being of peace. Hold this thought in your mind and very slowly allow your heart to experience it. Reaffirm the thought if you need to. Say it again to yourself and deeply experience it. As I hold this thought, I become the form of the thought. I am completely absorbed in the experience of the thought. This is meditation. Find a quiet space and sit down. Take a deep breath and gently allow your whole body to relax. Become focused by moving your awareness inwards to the center of your forehead. This is the seat of the soul. Focus on this point. Within this silent and still space, awaken a spiritual thought. For example, I am a peaceful soul. Hold this thought. Don't think hard about it. Allow your mind to wrap itself around this simple, positive thought.
Good evening, everyone. Sister Shivani is among us now. We heartily welcome Sister Shivani, who has traveled all the way from India to mentor us. Please have a seat. While we await for chief guest of today's event, I would like to make few announcements preparing ourselves for the event today. First of all, as a matter of safety, please note the fire exits closer to where you are seated, and also the fire assembly points are in front of the school building as well as in the back side of the school building near the football and kids playground. Restrooms are near the entrance. Food and drinks are not allowed within the auditorium area. And to take the maximum benefit of today's event, I would request all of you very humbly to put your mobiles on the silent mode. If you can all please take a minute. Take your mobiles off from your bags, your pockets, and if you can, please make an effort to put them on a silent mode. This would not only enable us to have full concentration, but also we will facilitate our dear audience. Thank you so much for helping us. Hope it was done. And how was the day today? Good? Very good? Super good? Fantastic? So take a moment. If you can glance through the whole day, how the day went on. What were the thoughts when you started the day? And as you progressed, you moved with your work, your family affairs, and how was the mind? How were the quality of your thoughts? And then the day progressed. What were the thoughts? And what were the feelings associated with that? And now that we all have gathered here, we made our way to this auditorium, we met our friends. What are the thoughts in the mind? And how am I feeling? If you can take a minute and glance through and ask this question to yourself, I'm sure We will prepare the best possible way to understand and comprehend the sharings, the wisdom that Sister Shivani would share with us today. And I also would request if this small exercise could be done every day, on and off, this would definitely have that feeling of control over the self. So we await the arrival of the chief guest now before we start the event. So please enjoy the music and the positivity in this gathering. Thank you. Our chief guest and keynote speaker has arrived. We begin the program today by paying our respects to the nation. I request everyone to rise for the national anthem of the state of Qatar, followed by the national anthem of India.
ستبقى حرة تسمو بالروح الأوفياء نشر الضياء وطن ستبقى حرة تسمو بروح الأولياء.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. Assalamu alaikum. Greetings of peace and love to every one of you gathered here. On behalf of Doha Meditation Space, we pay respects to the Emir of the State of Qatar and the government of the State of Qatar for providing opportunities on this land. I welcome each one of you gathered here this evening. At every stage of our life, childhood, youth, old age, we embrace many things: studies, work, family, our own growing age, and other related issues. There are different feelings associated with each thing that we adopt. Each scenario, each scene gives rise to many other scenes, whether we like them or not. While dealing with all such challenges in the external world, in the internal world, if we can embrace positive attitude, perception, and outlook, we would be able to experience success in all areas. Today, we have gathered here to upgrade and uplift ourselves with the methods to do that and thereby experience holistic wellness. To motivate us all on this path, today we have world-renowned motivational speaker and mentor, Sister Shivani. You all have come on this evening on a working day. Many of you have come straight from your work and study centers. Homemakers have come organizing yourselves, and I am sure you will not only benefit from the insightful words and inspirations, but also from the empowering vibrations of this gathering here. I am Jyotika, the host of this event. I am a Raj Yoga meditation facilitator from Dubai and have been engaged closely with the team Doha Meditation Space for many years. And I feel very proud to be part of this active and enthusiastic team once again to host Sister Shivani, who had visited Doha in the year 2018. I now invite the dignitaries of today's event onto the dais. I invite His Excellency Vipulji to the stage. Sir, kindly come onto the stage. I request Mrs. Venkatalakshmi, Cultural Secretary of DMS, to escort His Excellency. Please come, sir. I also invite Sister Shivani, the one who has touched the millions of life on this earth with her insightful sharing, to come onto the stage. I request Mrs. Mona Lisa Mandal, member of DMS, to escort her onto the stage. I request both the guests to please take the seat on the stage. I request Mr. Chetan Rupani to present the bouquet to His Excellency. I also request Ms. Nalini Rajguru, Media Secretary of Doha Meditation Space, to come and present the bouquet to Sister Shivani. And we all will clap for our esteemed chief guest of the event today, and also Sister Shivani, the keynote speaker of today's event. I now invite Mrs. Venkata Chudamani Paniharam, President of Doha Meditation Space, to welcome the guests with her sweet words. She practices meditation over 15 years and is actively involved in all the activities of Doha Meditation Space, whether on chair or otherwise. Her always smiling face and sweet words are her real strengths. Mrs. Chudamani.
Thank you, Jyotika sister. I'm so happy to see you all this evening. You have taken your time and visited here. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. His Excellency, Mr. Vipulji, Ambassador of India to Qatar, Mr. Sandeepji, Deputy Chief of Mission, Mr. Vaibhav Tandel, Head of Chancery and Counselor, Mr. Gyanveer Singh, Counselor, Political and Information, Mr. Ishal Singhal from First Secretary of Labor and Community Welfare, other dignitaries from Indian Embassy, our ICC President, Mr. A.P. Manikanthanji, and MC team of ICC, ICBF President, Mr. Sharnavas Bava, and MC team of ICBF, ISC President of Mr. E.P. Abdul Rahman, and MC team of ISC, IBPC President Mr. Taha, and NC team of IBPC, all AO presidents and their MC teams, our senior community leaders, my dear brothers and sisters, we are delighted to welcome you on this inspiring session with our esteemed speaker, Sister Shivani. When we engage wholeheartedly in our pursuits, we invite positive energy into our lives. To cultivate this positivity, it is essential to embrace the practice of mindfulness and self-reflection. At Doha Meditation Space, we view ourselves as a family dedicated to helping individuals from all backgrounds tap into the inherent goodness that resides with each of us. As an affiliated organization of the Indian Cultural Center under the aegis of the Indian Embassy, DMS offers workshops on the topics such as positive thinking, anger management, and self-transformation, aimed at enhancing the quality of life. We also actively participate in the events organized by the apex bodies within the Indian community, strengthening our connections and shared missions. While concluding, I extend heartfelt gratitude to all our wonderful audience for being here today. Your commitment to personal growth not only enriches your own lives, but also empowers you to spread positivity to those you cherish. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mrs. Chudamani. I now request His Excellency Mr. Vipul to address and share his feelings with us. His Excellency Vipul joined the Indian Foreign Service in 1998. He has served in Indian missions in Cairo, Colombo, Geneva, and Dubai. He presented his credentials as the Ambassador of India to Emir of the State of Qatar, His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, on 17th August 2023. I personally had many opportunities to interact with Mr. Vipul in Dubai on a regular basis, and we had many interactions. They were all made fruitful over a period of time. And thank you once again for manifesting this event here. Over to Mr. Vipul.
Well, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Namaste. Um, Sister Jyotika asked me to share my feelings, and my feelings are those of completely being overwhelmed on this occasion. I have this great honor of welcoming Sister Shivani here in Doha. And this is the second time that I'm having this pleasure of welcoming her. It was in Dubai a few years back when Sister Shivani had come to Dubai, when I got this honor of welcoming her. And as Sister Jyotika said, I had many meetings, a long association with Raj Yoga Center back in Dubai. And I truly applaud all their work for meditation and for the humanity as a whole. It's a work which is done quietly, but it's a work which is very important and that makes our world a better place to live. Sister Shivani, of course, as all of us know, is very famous. We've been seeing her on television for more than 2 decades now. Today she has countless, many millions of followers on YouTube and other social media. And therefore, it's a great honor for all of us for receiving her here in person, listening to her this evening in person. I think the teachings of Sister Shivani, her pearls of wisdom, all the things that she teaches us through her lectures are very important, and they have benefited countless people. These are words which are delivered very effectively with great calmness, and I think for me and for many others, for almost everyone, these words touch directly to our hearts, and therefore she is such an effective communicator, and more than that, such an effective person and leader, a motivational speaker who can inspire change. And I think that inspiration goes to many people, and we all have benefited immensely through all the teachings that we have been getting from her for the past several decades. I would also like to thank Doha Meditation Space, Mrs. Chudamani, Mr. Venkappa, for all the effort they have put in terms of organizing this function, as also once again to Sister Jyotika, Sister Jyoti, Sister Shobna, and everyone from Doha Meditation Space and from Raj Yoga Center back in Dubai, and everyone else associated with this program for putting together this program, and for all of you people from Doha who have come here to listen to Sister Shivani. I'm sure that the topic on which she is going to speak today, positivity, embracing positivity, I think that is something that we all need in our lives today. Our lives are full of conflict, our lives are full of anxieties about the future, and these are things on which Sister Shivani guides us very well. So I look forward to being here and to listening to Sister Shivani, and I once again welcome her on behalf of everyone, every Indian who is here in Doha. We are very proud to have her today here. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. I request Mr. Venkappa Bhagwatula, Advisory Chairman of Doha Meditation Space, to present the memento to His Excellency. I request the Management Committee to join on this occasion. Thank you. We also acknowledge the support of the wings of Embassy of India, ICC, IBPC, ICBF, and ISC, we have received many opportunities in the past to enroll in the community activities, and we hope the best for the future as well. And thank you very much for all your supports extended to our activities all these years. I very heartedly pay gratitude to each one of them because many of them are not present here, and hopefully we will see them very soon. I now request Ms. Shobhana DeCosta, the Vice President of Doha Meditation Space, to come up on the stage and to introduce Sister Shivani. She is the facilitator of meditation courses and other self-development courses. She practices meditation regularly and methodically since 2014 and has wealth of experience of meditation and the benefits of meditation in day-to-day life. It is her enthusiasm and pure wish that today's event is happening. I request Sister Shobhana to introduce Sister Shivani.
Thank you, Sister Jyotika. Good evening, everybody. Greetings of peace. Sister Shivani does not need any introduction, does she? However, I would like to share some of the important things, or some of you who are first time coming in and attending this event of hers. Her pragmatic approach to life has brought more than 338 million views on her YouTube channel and over 7.4 million followers on her Facebook page. World Psychiatry Association appointed her as a Goodwill Ambassador 2017. She has also won the Nari Shakti Puraskar Women Power Award from the President of India in 2019. Her book, Happiness Unlimited, is #1 bestseller on Amazon India. First telecast in 2007, her widely popular television show, which we all have come across, Awakening with Brahmakumaris, has the rare distinction of having completed 1,000 episodes. It is aired in India, USA, UK, Asia Pacific, Africa, and Australia, aimed at self-transformation. Sister Shivani is household name everywhere. Children, adults, mothers, workers, riches, elders, educated, non-educated, all hear her. As said earlier, Sister has touched the billion hearts and has been instrument in bringing positive change in their lives, and I am one of them. Definitely, we can understand the powerful practices behind the doors of her public life have been the strength. So let's hear Sister Shivani. Thank you.
I humbly request His Excellency Vipulji to take seat in the audience. Thank you, sir. And the stage is now being set for Sister Shivani to start speaking. And before that, I take this opportunity to wholeheartedly thank the Embassy of India for being the biggest support for the event. I thank the Indian Cultural Center for being the backbone and an umbrella for us all. I heartily extend gratitude to DPS Modern Indian School, Alvakra, the trustees and the management committee for providing this elegant venue today. I also extend gratitude to Homezarers for their support for this event. I also take this opportunity to thank all of you who are gathered here, our lovely, lovely audience. But I also the silent yet strong supports, volunteers, and the hardworking yet very loving, enthusiastic family of Doha Meditation Space. And last but not least, all of you, the beautiful audience who have come here and graced us. Sister Shivani, the stage is yours now. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Let's take a minute of silence. Sit back straight. 3 deep breaths. Relax the body. If you have anything in your laps, just keep it down. Only remember to take it when you leave. Bring your attention to the center of the forehead. It's the energy center where we are creating every thought, every feeling. It's from where we take every decision, and we come into this world of action. And gently visualize yourself a little star in the center of the forehead. Just a little star in the center of the forehead. Just keep looking at it. And now let's create this thought. I am a powerful being. And you gently repeat this thought. I am a powerful being. Feel the energy of this. What does it mean? I am a powerful being. Powerful in every situation. Powerful in a crisis. Powerful when nothing is going my way. Powerful when people are not my way. Powerful when I've lost everything. Powerful when I'm facing a failure. Powerful when I'm facing an uncertainty. Everything is outside. I am a powerful being, calm and stable. In every situation. I, the powerful being, respond to every situation through my vibration of calm, stability. You just rewind the day or the week that has passed. Was there any scene, any situation which was not my way? A person who didn't behave my way? And just to check, when things are not my way, how does my mind feel? Did I get angry in the last 1 week? What had happened that day? Who did what they did? And just bring that scene on the screen of your mind. What exactly happened that day? And when they did what they did, how did I react? Is that my best version? Now let me prepare for tomorrow. If the same scene has to come tomorrow again, nothing changing at all, exactly the way it was. The same mistake, the same person, everything same outside. And now just focus on yourself. Tomorrow, can I do it a different way? Can I respond a different way? The way a powerful being will respond. And just look at yourself. How would you be? What would you say? And when you come into that scene as a powerful being, what all will change? On a scale of 1 to 10, let's grade ourselves. First criteria: when situations are not my way, do I react? Is my reaction dependent on the situation? So on a scale of 1 to 10, the more my reaction is dependent on the situation, the lower is my score. So as a very detached observer, grade yourself right now. You're not going to share this with anybody, but it's for us. Grade yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. How much would you rank yourself in the way you respond to situations, people? 1 to 10. Everyone needs to do this. This is an emotional health test. Nobody else can do this for us. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do I respond to situations? Second criteria. Keep this one mark on this side. Now one more criteria. How long does it stay on my mind after the scene has passed? scene is over, their behavior is over, my reaction is over. But how long does it stay on my mind? Few seconds, minutes, hours, days. Grade yourself. And of course, the longer it stays, the lower is our score. So first score, dependency of reaction. Second score, how long does it stay on my mind? Third score, how easily am I able to forgive and finish? Forgive and finish the matter. Grade yourself, don't grade other people. Don't think of how your spouse does it, only yourself. And last, how much do I get affected by what people believe about me, about what people say to me? How much is my dependency to need appreciation, to need validation, to need approval, dependency on what people believe and say about me? Again, scale of 1 to 10. Let's add one more today. How much am I dependent on all the technology toys that I have? Am I a master and using them? Or am I dependent on them? Now let's get a total score. First was responding to situation. Second was how long does it stay on the mind. Third was ability to forgive and forget. Fourth was dependency on people's opinion. And fifth is using technology as a master or dependent on them. And now out of 50 total, and then get a 1 score out of 10. That is our emotional quotient. Total 5 subjects out of 10 and total out of 10 now. Now raise your hand if you got your score out of 10. Everyone's got your score out of 10? Raise your hand if you got your score out of 10. Everybody? Otherwise we're going to wait. Okay, now close your eyes. We don't want anyone to see anyone else's score, so everybody needs to close their eyes for 30 seconds. Okay. Now raise your hand, and nobody is going to see you. Raise your hand. For what? No, wait. Raise your hand for 10 on 10. 9 on 10. 8 on 10. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Okay, now you can open your eyes. How many of us want to be 10 on 10? Obviously everybody. How many believe that it's possible to be 10 on 10? When I see a lot of parents here, young parents, how many of you would want your children to be 10 on 10? Yeah, now the hand will go up faster. How many of you are visibly being able to see that the score is going down there? Their ability to respond, their ability to adapt, their ability to adjust, their ability to let go, and of course the ability to be a master with technology. Don't you feel their score needs to go a little higher? Yes or no? Yes. And what will we have to do for that? How are we going to strengthen them? How do we strengthen them? We've suddenly created a world. Actually, it's not suddenly. It was happening gradually, but then the dip just happened sooner. We've suddenly created a world where school children are talking about depression. Is that happening in your country also? Yes. If we had to just sit back and reflect, is this what we worked so hard for? Is this the result of all the effort that we have put in the last 3 decades? Many of us left our country and came here. And it doesn't matter which country you are in right now. Situation is the same everywhere, all over the globe. Now it's nothing, it just doesn't matter where you are. But important is, if now also we don't create a change, and we meet again 3 years later, what do you think? It's going to get better on its own? No. Do we want to create a world where those children will be saying depression is normal? You remember 2-3 decades back, doctors had started telling us, take care of your lifestyle, diabetes increasing. And we are like, it's okay, karo, chalo, khao, piyo, mauj karo. And we reached a stage where diabetes became normal. Normal. Now we don't even count it as a disease. It's a diabetes. Ah, to kya badi baat kya hai usme? Hai? That's how normal we made it. Cancer is increasing. Young cardiac issues are increasing. We're still going on with the same lifestyle. We grew up saying, I'm stressed. They are growing up saying, I'm depressed. Not as an illness, as an emotion. Just I'm depressed. But if they don't change it now, and if we don't do something for them to change it now, then 3-4 years later, we are certainly going to say depression is normal. Already the number is 1 in every 5. And 1 in every 5 is a diagnosed mental health issue. And there are so many who will not even see a doctor and a therapist. So it's not going to be coming in that figure of 1:5. Is this for what we are working so hard? Yes? And even after seeing this, if today we don't pause, we will create a world where everybody will walking around, I'm depressed, you're depressed, we're all depressed, depression is normal. Don't you think we need to pause and create a change? Yes? No? Yes? Who has to change, they or you? Why you? They have to change, na? No? Who is responsible for them reaching this stage? Who is responsible for them to reach this stage? Where's the finger going to go? Who's responsible? So who will need to create the change? I. We don't need to work on how to take care of depression. A lot of work is happening on that, and it's very needed right now. We need to work on how to prevent it. You know, like any disease, there's always a lot of work that happens on how to treat it, which is extremely important. But there's less work happening on how to prevent that disease. Because all the effort, the money of the country, the healthcare setup will all go on how to treat it, because that's their responsibility. Prevention is not their responsibility. Prevention is whose responsibility? Our responsibility. Treating it is their responsibility. Prevention is our responsibility. So what should we create? What change one thing you think we need to create so that we can start preventing this? What do we have to do? Just one simple thing that we have to do. Yes? Yeah. We don't need to work on mental health. Of course, we need to work on it if we are going through an issue. Then we have to prioritize and work on it. But everybody else needs to work on emotional health. So there is physical health, doctors for that. There is mental health, doctors for that. There is emotional health, no doctor for that. No doctor for that. Who's going to take care of that? I myself. So when we just took this pause of 3 minutes and we reflected, we were actually scanning our emotional health. We were actually scanning our emotional health. Where do I stand? Where do I stand? And if you keep doing this every few days, if you keep doing every day, reflect every day, the day that has passed, and rank your emotional health. How much did I get affected by situations today? Did I react or did I choose my response? Who was the master, the situation or I? How many times did I not speak the right words today? Check. And then go deeper. When did I not create the right thoughts today? Check. And any area of life which is checked, taken care of, attention given, it will flourish. It will flourish. But any aspect of life ignored, taken for granted, not giving time to, it will start getting neglected. Take any one room of your home. If you're not cleaning it on a daily basis, what will happen? And you clean the entire house, but that one room is like, it's okay, storeroom, nobody sees it. Guests are not going to come and go there, no, it's always locked. So the rest of the house is very beautiful, and that storeroom is like all, because no one is going to come there to see it. Why put an effort into that? Similarly, the world is talking about what I am doing. The world is talking about what I have achieved. The world is talking about the new house that I have bought. The world is talking about how I look physically. The world is talking about what I'm wearing. Nobody is talking about what is my state of mind. So who's going to put attention and effort over there? So now the time has come to put attention there, which is not visible to the world. Not visible to the world. But it's from there that we create our world. It's from here that we create our world, right? Every thought and feeling is creating my emotional health. It's affecting my mental health. And where does every thought and feeling radiate to? Where does every thought and feeling radiate to? Visualize here. Why did they do this to me? Now where will this thought go immediately? Where will it go? Why did they do this to me? How could they do this to me? Is this how people are going to treat me? I keep thinking. Where are all these thoughts going? Where are all these thoughts going? Where are all these thoughts? What they are getting affected here? Second, where are they all going? Body. It's from here. Every single thought is affecting every cell of this body. Then we are saying, why cancer is increasing? Why heart attacks are increasing? Why young girls are going for angioplasty? What is happening to this world suddenly? And in a world which is so aware of health now. So many diets, so many gym, yoga, everything. And disease is increasing. Why? Because lifestyle was not only about what we are doing. Lifestyle is what about I am thinking. What I am thinking. So every thought is affecting my body. So if there is an illness here, there is something that has to happen here before that. When I do something here and I hold on to it for a long time, it takes at least 2-3 years for it to then create an illness in this body. In India, I'm sure it will be over here also, but in India I know a lot of doctors, they have started keeping a database. And when someone comes to them with a cancer or any chronic ailment, they ask them, has anything happened in your life in the last couple of years? And most often the answer is yes. Now look at the equation. something happens to me in my life, which means like this, right? What happens to me in my life, does that create the disease in my body? Let's say failure. Let's say relationship breakdown. Let's say losing a family member. Something that happened to me. What happened to me, does that create the disease in my body? No. Then what creates the disease in my body? How I think about what happened to me. What happens to me is coming like this. That's not going to affect the body. How I think about what happens to me and how long I think that way. Let's say someone said something to me, I feel upset, 30 seconds, back to normal, body is safe. But continuously there, keeping it somewhere in the subconscious, not forgotten, they did this to me, then that is a vibration that is going to the body regularly. So what happens to me does not create a mental health issue, does not create a physical health issue, does not even create a relationship issue. It is how I think about what happens to me that creates all the issues. So where is the power? The power is here. But nobody taught us how to think. Everybody taught us how to speak, how to read, how to write, how to walk, how to do everything. Thinking was normal. What is it to teach anybody in how to think? And life was going fine. And suddenly we had all this technology and non-stop content which started influencing how we think. Right? So if you draw a graph of content and what all has happened in society in terms of our lifestyle, you'll see a direct graph going, just it will go like this. How many of us were there when the first phones came? First phones. Okay, so first phone, first TV, internet, laptop, social media to came recently. First. Before that, diabetes, how common was that? No. Cancer, rare. If we had to, someone got cancer, it used to be like a big thing. You know what? Cancer हुआ है उनको. आजकल बोलते अच्छा cancer हुआ, अच्छा ठीक है, ठीक हो जाएगा. Because anything that becomes common starts looking like normal. Depression, did we hear about it 30 years back? No. So what has suddenly happened in these 30 years? Thinking changed. Why did thinking change? Too much of content consumption. And most important, quality of content consumption. Quality. But still, you and me were the generation who had grown up without that, and we got it after we were in college or later on. What is going to happen to those who are consuming that content from the which age? Which age are they content consuming? Which age? Which age? Specify. Which age are you giving it to them from? We are sitting in a school. Which age are we giving it to them from? G? 1 year? From the mother's womb. From the mother's womb. In Hindi, it's a very powerful word. It's called Garab Sanskar. Garab Sanskar means nature, personality that gets created in the womb. In the West, in the medical science vocabulary, it's called birth psychology, womb psychology. Womb psychology, which means when the baby is in the womb, and the mother, not just the mother and father, but of course mother more, because in that body there are two minds. There are two minds. And the mother is consuming that same content which she was consuming before that. She thought baby will be when the baby comes in my arms, right? Baby is not when baby comes in the arms. Baby is when baby is in the womb. And the highest catching power is when they're in the womb. Highest catching power. So we all heard Abhimanyu's story, right? So Abhimanyu caught that knowledge when he was in the womb, and he remembered that knowledge when he was 14 years old. Which means anything absorbed in the womb is going to stay with us forever. So when you and me were in the womb, our mothers were taught, okay, read the scriptures, pray, meditate, only see nice things, speak nice. Everybody take care of them, keep the mother happy. Remember, the focus used to always be keep the mother happy. Why should the mother be happy? If the mother is happy, the child will be happy plus healthy. Now what is the mother watching in those 9 months? Because just now, just before we came here, we were talking about why are children the way they are today. So what was the mother watching in those 9 months? And how much was she watching in those 9 months? The same serial, the same social media handle, the same crime shows. And then we are saying, why are children so hyper today? And not only watching when the child is in the womb, watching when they're feeding the child also. Kya karenge utni der? So their phone and with baby. So the milk also that the child is getting is coming with that content. And then, of course, who has the time to feed them with stories, running around after them? So just put the screen on the dining table and put the plate there. They'll finish eating in 15 minutes. Kaam ho gaya, khana kha liya. And we thought we were ticking mark. Yeah, I was right in everything that I did. The result of that is coming now. The result of that is coming now. Resilience powered low. Resilience powered low. Now what do? Do we take those phones away from them? Now they're not going to give it to you. So now what do? Is there anything that can be done now? I'll tell you, you can lead your life with stress and you'll still be able to say, okay, it's okay, we'll manage it. But when you see your child going through something, it's very difficult. Because attachment is very strong, right? So the most helpless feeling is that I have everything that money can buy. I know all the people of the city. But that moment when my child needs power, I can't do anything. On an average, I've been meeting at least one parent every month whose child decided not to live. Something we would meet once in 2 years. So that's how high the numbers have gone. Any problem in home? No. Any problem in their life? No. Then what happened? Don't know. Don't know. And they're one of us. Because we don't know what's happening inside. So when you hear about it, don't take it like a piece of news. It's not. They are one of us. And the pain of losing a child and the guilt, it makes life impossible to live. Because the parent is only going to put the finger here. The parent is only going to put the finger here. And say, but how did I not come to know that they were going through something? Because they didn't talk about it. Because they also didn't know. Why? Because we have treated these emotions as normal right now. So when we treat these emotions as normal, we don't come to know that when someone is going through a lower phase because we are not living at our happy self. So the need of the hour is the vibrations of the home needs to go. We have to energize them just by changing the air in which they are living. You can't take away the phone from them. But if you restrict what you consume from the phone, you will change the energy of your house. Yes or no? Yes? And if you change the energy of the house, they will get the strength to be able to restrict their content consumption. If you strengthen yourself and stop becoming a victim of peer pressure, you'll change the energy of the house. They will have the energy to not get affected by peer pressure. But if we are going to react and we are going to go through like, aise kyun ho gaya, waise kyun ho gaya, what do you expect to happen over there? So today is a time to pause and reflect. If we continue being how we have been and continue doing what we are doing, few years later, this situation would be out of our hands. It's already out of our hands. But still, you and me are the last generation who at least knows how to get it back. They don't know how to get it back because they've not lived that life. You've lived a life where early morning started with being with the self, not with the phone. You've lived a life where early morning started with prayer, with meditation, with sitting in silence, with reading something positive, with writing something. We've lived that life. They've lived a life, wake up, open your eyes and look at the phone. So they have not seen that life. We have seen it, we've lived it, and so we are the last generation who can bring it back. If we leave without bringing it back, it's over. They won't be able to do it. They won't be able to do it. So do you have the time to do that? Do you have the time to do that? Yes or no? Because the biggest epidemic last few decades is I'm very busy, I don't have time. I'm very busy, I don't have time. Where is all my time going? In working and earning, working and earning. That's all that is life. When we tell people, take out 15 minutes meditation, well, Ben, 15 minutes subah, kaise ho sakta hai? So what we said was, strengthening my mind is not priority. I don't have time for that. Because I have to work and earn money and provide that to my children. That is success and they will be happy. So it's fine, we lived that way, we've got the result. Now at least pause, check, change. Even if everyone else around you is not changing. Priority will need to change. Now how many are ready to take out time to strengthen the mind? Achhe se. Do it for yourself. You won't have to do anything for the children. They will change. That's certain. Do it for yourself, they will change. Because they are connected to you like this emotionally, vibrationally. You raise your vibration, they will get strengthened. Don't get after them to change. We don't have to do that. We just raise our vibration. It's like a battery. You charge yours, they're connected to yours. They will get charged. Certain? We have time from tomorrow morning? If I earn a little less, but my mind is happy and powerful, my body is healthy, my relationships are in harmony, do you think life will be better? But if I work hard and I earn a lot, but I don't get time to take care of my mind and body and my relationships, is that the better version? Achhe se bol do, so that it gets recorded here. I know the answer. You have to do it for yourself. Because don't you think that's what we neglected in the last few years? Because we thought we could buy it. So earn it and you'll be able to buy everything for your family. You were not able to buy happiness. You were not able to buy power of the mind for your children. You were not able to buy health. And you were not even able to buy that quality in the relationships. So what did we do in the last few decades? We focused on one aspect of life. Work and earn, work and earn, work and earn. That's all. If that happens, everything will happen, we thought. So work and earn is one leg of this table. Mind health is one leg of this table. Body's health is one leg of this table, and relationship is one leg of this table, and profession is one leg of this. This table is of any use only when all the 4 legs are balanced. If even one out of these 4 is a little different in size, this table is of no use. This table is of absolute no use. We'll just have to pick it up and keep it away. Imbalanced. And then we are saying, where is work-life balance? Nobody else can come and teach you work-life balance. It has to be created by you. And it only means getting the priority right. So now self, work, family. Set the priority. Which order does it go? Work, family, work, self. Self, work, family, work. What is the order? Self? Very good. In theory, it is self, family, work. And in practical, it is? In theory, it is self, which is good. At least we know the theory answer. Because if I know the theory answer, I will get it into practical. Why self, family, work? It doesn't mean I'm spending 10 hours for the self. No. It only means if the self is strong, which means mind and body is healthy, relationships at home are in harmony, then when I go to work, I'm actually giving my best self at work. I'm upset, I'm stressed, body is having issues, I had a fight in the morning. Now, even if you spend 10 hours at work, you're not your best self at work. So actually, we're not even being fair to work. We're not even being fair to work. Now, first step for that. Who is the creator of every thought and feeling? Because now we're going to start working here. Who is the creator of every thought and feeling? I. And yet, when I'm living throughout the day, and I create anger, I create stress, I create happiness, I create peace, I create impatience, I create irritation. If anybody had to ask you, why are you upset today? Where's the finger going to go? If somebody asks you, why are you angry today? Where does the finger go? And if someone says, why are you so happy today? Where does the finger go? Something has to happen outside for me to feel that. So I said, I'm happy because of, I'm upset because of, I'm angry because of, I'm hurt because of, I'm irritated because of. We didn't even say I'm irritated because of. We said they are irritating. They hurt me. They insulted me. So this vocabulary needs to go. Because this vocabulary was saying everything that's getting created here is because of the world. And for me to be happy, the world has to be perfect. So I started creating a perfect world so that I can be happy. A perfect world does not make me happy. My happiness will create a perfect world. So can we change the vocabulary first now? Yes? Who creates my anger? Put the finger there. It's here. It doesn't get created here. It gets created here. Who creates the anger? I. They make the mistake. They do the wrong. Fine. But who creates the anger? I. In every scene from tomorrow morning, from tonight. We will not change in one day. But the first step to change is that every time there is a situation, don't blame the situation for how you are feeling. That is what is creating emotional dependency, and dependency is a weakness. They did what they did. It was not right. It was a big mistake. It was a crime. But my reaction was still my reaction. They are not in my control. Is my reaction in my control? Tomorrow, what will happen in the world, we don't know. But what will happen in my mind, can I take guarantee of that? Two worlds, right? Outside, inside. Is the outside world in my control? No. Is the inside world in my control? Right now, no. And when both are not in our control, that's when life becomes difficult. We need one out of the two in our control, life will be fine. That will start with not crisis, with simple situations in the day. So who creates my anger? I. If someone asks you tomorrow, why are you so happy today? Don't say, you know what happened? No. Say, I'm always happy. And they will look at you like that. Strange people, where have you come from? Always happy. Because that's the world we have created. Well, I'm always happy because that's my nature. I don't need anything to be happy. I don't need anything to happen outside for me to be happy. So disconnect. This is an outside world. This is my world. This world will not always be my way. This world is completely my choice. And from here, I influence what is happening outside. Your child may go through an up and down. But if you are powerful here, you will energize them that time. But if they are going through something and we say, my child is upset, so obviously I will be upset, then what will happen? How many of you get upset when your child is upset? Raise your hand, प्यार से अच्छे से. What will happen now? They are upset. How should I be when they are upset? How should I be when they are upset? Chalo. They are here. Where should I be? Here. Why should I be here? Because when I'm here, energy will flow like this, it will heal them and it will strengthen them. But if they are here, and I also go here, and sometimes not even here, I go here. They will say like, Mom, you don't worry, I'll be fine. So first they have to take care of their situation, now they have to, why do you think they don't come and talk about their problems? Nowadays I was just seeing on social media these short reels saying, go and talk to your parents, go and talk to your parents. You know, they're creating reels because why is all this happening? They're not talking to anybody. But how is that child supposed to come and talk to their parent? Will you go and talk to somebody who will panic after listening to you? Would you ever go to talk to somebody who will panic after listening to you? Do you want to become the cause of your parents' pain? No. So when will you go and talk to someone? When you know that the other person will remain? आप एक बार खड़े हो जाओ बच्चा. हाँ, stand. She is giving every answer perfect. When will you talk to your parents when you know that they are going to be? That's all. That's the answer. Say it little loudly, let everybody hear. When will you go and talk to your parents about your problem? Everybody heard it? When they will be absolutely calm and they will be absolutely cool, then I will go and talk to them about it. If they will create fear, if they will start crying, then I'm not going to tell. That's it. What more do we want to know? Why would you not want to tell if they're going to create fear and panic? It's okay, no, let them panic. How does that matter? You go and share your problem. I will feel sad that I have been the cause of causing that pain. You understand a child's mindset. And it's not a child's mindset. Any mind will think the same way. Even you will not go and talk to somebody who will create. Thank you so much, bacha. Beto. Life is simple. Now, how much ever you go and tell them, no, tell me, they are not going to tell. They are not going to tell. One, because they see you going through pain, that's one. But the second thing is, when someone is in pain here, and the people around them also create pain. Pain in terms of worry, pain in terms of fear, pain in terms of feeling I was a failure, why is my child going through all this guilt? So here is a person in pain, and here is the other people in the family also start creating pain. This person is not interested in any more pain. They can't handle, they're already in pain. It's like my hand is paining and somebody's coming and hitting it on that. I say, you stay away from me. So that's why they want to stay away from us that time. So leave me alone, go to the other room. We say, no, but I want to sit with you. They say, but I don't want to sit with you right now. Why? Because we are in pain when they are in pain, and our vibrations increase their pain. But if you are here, they will want to come and sit with you. And they'll say, can I come and sit with you for 5 minutes? And then you will say, okay, is there something we want to talk about? They say, no, I don't want to talk about anything. Let's just sit for 5 minutes. Go and sit in a peaceful, powerful space for 5 minutes. Energize yourself, solve your problem. And who's going to be that peaceful, powerful space? The parent, the powerhouse of the family. And they will just come sit in with you and you'll say, Acha, do you want to talk about something? I say, no, I just want to sit next to you for 5 minutes. What is going to happen by sitting next to you for 5 minutes? It's like going to a place of worship, a meditation center, sitting for 5 minutes, energizing yourself and walking out. People don't need solutions. They know what the solution is. They need the power to implement that solution. So, are we ready to go here? Yes. Now, how will I suddenly go here when my child is going through a crisis if I practice this emotional independence on a daily basis? This is called detachment. We fear the word detachment. We say, I'll get detached. Detachment is power. Detachment means my emotion is not attached to your emotion. I'm here. If you are in fear, I am powerful. If you are upset, I am stable. If you are insecure, I have full faith that everything will be perfect. This is detachment. Attachment is if you are in pain, I am also in pain. If 4 people of a family are walking on the road and there is a pit, one person falls down. What are the other 3 going to do? Pull that one out. But if the other 3 will say, I love you so much. You know, the child says, Mom, don't worry. Say, how can I not worry? I love you so much. If you love them so much, then don't worry when they are getting worried. Turn by turn, go down at home. At one time, only one member in the family should be allowed to be down. Everybody else will have to be there. Everything will be perfect. But if everyone's going to choose to go down together, then it doesn't work. So we have to start practicing this emotional independence. You won't be able to do it immediately with your children. It's not possible because that's where it's the strongest attachment. But if I'm getting affected by what this one says, what that one says, then how will I remain detached when my child is going through something? It's not going to happen. So now visualize tomorrow morning you leave for work, but when you come home in the evening, you have to come with having earned power. You're going to earn power and come back tomorrow evening. How would you have to spend the day? Which means your vibration, your aura should be energized when you come home in the evening. How would you have to spend the day? Because our auras are depleted when we are coming in the evening, and that depletion is what is depleting them. So how would we have to spend the day? Doing the same work, being with the same people, crossing the same challenges. I need to come home with my aura energized, which my energy field energized, which means my mind here. How would I have to be throughout the day? Positive, right? Positive means thinking right in every situation. Thinking right in every situation. What is thinking right means? Means that thought should keep my mind calm. Simple. That thought, which will be one thought and after that full stop. But when I'm thinking wrong, too many thoughts. So when you think right, it will be fewer thoughts. When you think wrong, overthinking. How many of you feel I overthink? Overthink means too many thoughts. There's no space only, no comma, no full stop, nothing. Thought after thought after thought like that. So that means the quality is not right. We can't slow down the number of thoughts. We just have to change the quality. The quantity will change. But for that first step, my thoughts are not dependent on the situation. Ready with this? My thought not dependent on situation. How many are sure my thought is not dependent on the situation? How many feel no, of course it's dependent sometimes? Okay, give an example of any situation where your thought is dependent on the situation. Anything. Anything. Any situation on which your mind is dependent. Somebody is being rude. Who's the one who said this? Somebody is being rude. Acha, just stand for 1 minute. When someone is being rude, your thoughts are dependent on? My thoughts are? Okay, that's okay. But whose thought was that? Your thought. Dependent on? Acha, okay. Okay, let's do it right now. Right now, I'm going to be extremely rude to you. Okay? And not alone in front of 1,000 people. And on camera. It is on camera. There it is. Huh? Your voice is getting recorded over there. Live tomorrow on YouTube for the world to see. What is going to get recorded? My wrong behavior. I am being rude to you. I am being mean to you. I could use abusive language. I could shout. I can scream. I can even do this daily. I can do this daily also, right? This is my power. I can be rude, abusive, aggressive, daily and publicly. This is my power. Do I have the power to enter into your mind and create that disturbance there? 1 second. Do I have the power to enter your mind and create the disturbance there? Do I have the power to enter your mind? Think about it. Think. Do I have the power to shout, to scream, to abuse publicly, daily? That's my power. I can do everything wrong outside to you here. Do I have the power to enter into your mind and disturb that space here? Do I have the power to enter your mind? Yes? No? Be sure. Yeah, no, nahi. Yeah or no? Yes or no? Think. Everybody has to think. We've been living like a victim saying, they did this, they did this. Do I have the power to enter your mind, sister? No, we don't need second sentence after that. That we will continue. Do I have the power to enter your mind? Not really, matlab. She doesn't, actually we don't feel like saying it that you don't have the power. We know the answer, but we are like, if you are not hurting me, then who is hurting me? So that we're like, not really, okay, little bit. Think. Can I enter your mind and disturb you? Can I, okay, forget the disturbance. Can I enter your mind? Can I enter here inside? Sure? Sure? Pakka? Acha, nakki, 100%. Forever? Tomorrow morning, don't give that power to anybody else. Now let's look at the second step. If I don't enter into your mind, I only shout and scream from here, then the thought that's creating in your mind is being created by who? Yourself. Acha, she's telling me, like, what question I ask? Obviously, it's myself. So it's being created by? Put the finger there. Put the finger there. There. Yeah, here. So now the finger is not here. The finger is here. So you are creating the thought. Sure of that? 100% on that? Everybody sure that you are creating the thought when the other person is behaving wrong? 100%? So if we are creating the thought when the other person is wrong, then we have a choice what thought to create? Completely? Do you have the choice what thought to create? Yes, you do. Don't feel so helpless. We feel powerful. Yes, you do. She's becoming more helpless with that. Yes, you do. No, don't worry. We are understanding everything. Don't worry. Let's go step by step. Who's entering into the mind? Not I. It's you. Who's creating the thought? You. If you are creating a thought, then you have a choice which thought to create. Yes or no? Now choose. Choose. Healthy choice. Till now, there was no choice. We say, they insulted me, they humiliated me, they abused me, they hurt me. They, it was all about they. They were wrong. They were rude, they were aggressive, they were abusive, they cheated me, they betrayed me, they insulted me. No. They cheated me, betrayed me, wronged me. They can do everything. People can even hit you physically. There's only one place where nobody can enter. Here. That's the only one place where only who has the power? I. Now let me use this power. They are doing something wrong. They are behaving wrong. I have the power how to think in response to that. So when I know that I have the power how to think, what kind of thought should we create? But, I knew but was going to come after that. That's why I said, I'll only say it for you. But what? Why should I create positive? No problem, Ben. It only requires lot of practice. It doesn't require that. It's not that level. It's a very simple level. Don't make it sound like that level. It's here. Even writing ABCD required lot of practice. It's not a little difficult. No. In 5 minutes, you have at least changed your whole thought process. How much time did it take? Less than 5 minutes. If 5 minutes is all that it needs to change a thought process, then 5 days is all it needs to bring it into practice. That's all it needs. It doesn't need more than that. When we say, no, there, it sounds like it will take years to reach there. It's not there, it's here. So now, thank you so much. Now, please share what are the options do we have how to think when someone is not right to us. Options 1, option 2, option. Earlier there were no options. It was like, naturally I'll get hurt. People around was also say, obviously you will get hurt. It was obvious reaction. It's not obvious, it's a choice. We are not a machine which responds obviously. We choose. What are the options that I have? What can I create? Visualize. It could be your spouse. Someone not speaking the right way, someone not using the right vocabulary. Here it could be spouse, it could be child, it could be colleague, it could be a relative, it could be a neighbor, anyone. What option do I have? First, I need to remember the power is all mine. And I need to remember they've lost their power right now. You're actually standing against a person who's already failed. This person has failed. No, right now. When I speak wrong, when I lose control over myself, I failed. I'm already powerless. How difficult is it to be powerful in front of somebody who's anyways lost their power? Very easy. Very easy. So now, what are the options? Just visualize. Your spouse is shouting. What are the options? Just put your spouse there. Easy to visualize. What are the options? Because then it's easy to practice tonight only. It doesn't have to go to tomorrow morning. Work is tomorrow morning. Chalo. They are shouting, they are fighting, they picked up something. Like, why did you do this? How did you do this? Okay, fine. Option 1. Silent. How many of you choose the option of silence? Okay. But now this silence option is only here. When you are only silent here, the noise here increases. And then you say, it's better I just get up and go into another room. We don't want to move away physically. We need to move away vibrationally, sitting right next to them. Moving away physically is not a solution. Because even if you move away physically, you'll sit in another room and only will think those same thoughts, which will only bring you down vibrationally. So if you say silence, then it'll have to be a silent mind, not silence here. Silence here means lot of noise here. Because then you're suppressing what you want to say. Well, like, I better keep quiet. But inside, like, but they did it. It's too sure. You don't want to throw it out to the other person, which is good. But you cannot create it and suppress it into your system. That suppression also creates a disease. So important is to create the right thought. So one is silence, but that's still better than reacting. Second, ignore matlab kya hota hai? How do you ignore? How can you ignore your spouse? And as if they'll let you ignore them also. They'll come and sit next to you again. You can ignore your neighbor, you can ignore your colleague. How can you ignore your spouse? Doesn't work. It's just not going to work. Any other option? Okay, just put them here on your left hand and put yourself on the right hand. They've reacted. Energy-wise, they've gone down. What are the options that I have which can take me up? If I shout back the same way, I'm here. Some of us shout even louder just to become powerful, but that makes us weaker. Yes, we know that. Third one is to be silent. But if it's silence only in the words, but sure in the noise in the mind, I'm still not very powerful, but I'm still better than reacting. Of course, it's still better than reacting. Very good it is to be able to keep quiet. Now let's go higher. Oh, acha, thank you for giving this experience. They'll give you many more every single day for that. No, but that's good. Yeah. What else? What else? Understand? We want the right thought here on the right hand side. How to think in this situation. Say sorry. ये ऐसे किया sorry ना, it doesn't work. Because it's not a sorry. It's not a sorry. See, the intention has to be, how do I energize myself and my energy will energize them. It will heal. Always to remember when someone's not behaving the right way, emotional health gone. If your spouse had to be physically unwell today, what would you do? If they're physically unwell today, what would you do? Ignore? No. Indifferent? No. Lock and go into the other room? No. You also lie down on the bed and say, I'm also not well? No. So that's what we do. No, you shout, I'll also shout, which means you're emotionally unwell, I'm also emotionally unwell. Or, okay, ignore. Or go into another room. No. What do we do when they are physically unwell? We have to do the same thing when they are emotionally unwell. What do we do physically unwell? Take care. What do we have to do when they are emotionally unwell? Take care. When they are physically unwell, we cook something nice for them, we give them a medicine, we do all that. Now, emotionally unwell, mein kya karna? Just think, the other person's mind is going through pain. That pain can be not necessary, it can be fear, it can be worry of something, it can be insecurity, it can be aggression, it can be criticism. Anything is an emotional disease. What can I radiate to strengthen that mind? Now put that as your intention. The need of the hour is emotional caregiving. That is the need of the hour. We are all very compassionate. You will be compassionate even to a stranger on the road if somebody is physically unwell, right? But emotionally, we are not even compassionate to people we are living with. Because we say, they did this to me, they didn't do this to me, they were doing that to themselves. But what they are in their mind is what they will throw out in their words and behavior. So they need emotional strength. Now say, what should we do? All that you have to do is create high energy thoughts which are going to radiate from you to them even if you don't say anything. Even if you don't say anything, you have to create high energy thoughts which are going to start healing their mind. Now think what those high energy thoughts will be. Jay? Think positive. So think positive. What about them right now in the situation that they're going through? Very easy. Close your eyes, bring them on the screen of your mind. And just see anybody, it could be anyone, when they're going through a low phase, maybe internally, maybe behaviorally. React to it. What the reaction to is obviously not going to happen. Always to remember, when we react when the other person is emotionally unwell, we've caught the virus. And now someone else will catch it, and very soon the entire family will have it. It's just like COVID. So when you know someone is infected with COVID, what is the first thing that has to be done is distancing. In that case, it's a physical virus, so physical distancing. This is a vibrational virus, so vibrational distancing. And to create this vibrational distancing, I will have to create some very high energy thoughts right now. So now think, what is it that they need? What are they lacking in, which is showing that illness right now? For example, if someone is being aggressive, they are lacking peace. They are lacking happiness. If somebody is being fearful, they are lacking confidence. They are lacking faith. So you have to look at which vitamin is missing over there. And then we have to give that one. So first check, what is that vacuum there? What is missing? If someone is very critical, they just keep criticizing about others, they are lacking in love and respect. If someone has a nature of doubting people, they are lacking in trust. So look at what, because all of us are lacking in something or the other. If we were not lacking in anything, our emotional health will be here, 10 on 10. But it's not 10 on 10. We are lacking in something. We have to just see what are they lacking in at that time, and then just create a thought. Don't even have to say it. You are and put that quality there, being, which means you are a powerful being, you are a peaceful being, you are a happy being, you are a respectful being. They are abusing you, you send a thought, you are a respectful being. They say, I don't want to talk to you ever after this. You send a thought, we will be talking together for the rest of our life. They are saying to you, I don't want to live with you, get out of the house. You create a thought in your mind, we are going to live together for the rest of our life. Which means only simple, just keep thinking opposite of what they are saying. Just keep thinking opposite of what they are saying. They are screaming in pain, you are going to give the medicine. They are screaming in pain, you give the medicine. You don't allow that thought to become your thought. Let that thought just be one person's thought right now. But if that one person's thought gets absorbed by the other person also and says, so who is interested in living with you? That's when the virus spreads into the house. So that person is unwell, they are in pain, and so they say, I don't want to live with you. But you're not unwell, right? You're not unwell that time. So what thought can you create? Well, our home is heaven, we will be living together forever. Can we do this? Creating a thought opposite of what they are saying? Can we do this? Creating a thought opposite of what they are saying? And you know what that thought will be doing? When they say, I don't want to live with you, We create panic inside. This is what I get to listen after 30 years of everything that I've done in this house. To remember, what they are saying is nothing to do with us. What they are saying is only reflecting what they are going through. Don't take it like this. Life should not be like this. Life should be like this. It's like someone has an upset stomach, they are sitting next to you and they just throw up. Where is it all going to fall? Where is it all going to fall? If someone's sitting next to you and they throw up right now, it's going to fall on you, right? So do you bother, how could you do this to me? Is this what we say? No. We say, are you okay? This is life. When they are emotionally upset, they will throw up. They will throw out everything. But to remember, all this that they are throwing up is nothing about me. It's all about them. They are unwell. They need healing. Why did they throw up? Because they are unwell. How could they say this? Because they are so unhappy right now. In a happy state of mind, they will never say that. But in that moment when they throw up, we are so concerned about our dress that we are not interested that they are not well. And then we get so upset seeing what they throw up that we throw up even more. So to remember, it's not about me, it's about them. What can I do for them is what I have to do. So now close your eyes, bring them on the screen of your mind and see what do they need. And it does not necessarily need to be loud aggression. Someone can only be just worried sitting at home, not talking. They are not talking, they're just quiet, they're just worried. We need to give them power. A child worried, not aggressive. It's not always aggressive, rude, no. It could just be lacking in some particular strength. And I need to create that blessing for them. But if I see them worried, I get worried, so I've got the virus. So if I see them worried, I have to create a thought, you are a powerful being. If they are saying, nothing is going right, you have to create a thought, everything is perfect. If they are saying, I don't know what will happen tomorrow, you're going to create a thought, nothing but the best happens with us. Just the opposite. They are saying the lowest energy word, we have to create the highest energy thought. They are saying everything has gone wrong, we are going to say everything is perfect. The only thing we have to take care is we don't have to say it verbally, we have to say it only in the mind. That person is not interested in listening to any positive talk at that time. They say, if you say it to them, they'll say, you're not understanding what I'm going through, and there'll be another argument over that. Because they're not right now in a state of mind to listen. They only need strength. Strength is not going to come by talking. Strength is only going to come by just creating that thought and radiating there and flooding your house with that thought. This is caregiving. This is family. It's just like COVID. One person gets infected with COVID, the other person has to first distance themselves. When you distance yourself, you protect yourself, and when you protect yourself, you take care of them. You take care of them. But if they fall ill and I also fall ill, then who will take care of them? So have you found your blessing for them? Have you found your blessing for them? How many have found a blessing for someone at home? Again, keep this on your mind. Don't create a thought of what they are going through. Create a thought of what you want them to be. The virus only spreads when we all start creating the same thought. And when we start, this person is saying nothing is going right. It's okay, only one person at home is feeling that. But the crisis happens when everyone else also catches that same virus. And everyone starts believing nothing is going right. And when everyone starts saying that nothing is going right, then the first person who was creating it goes like this. There is no problem if one person in the house is going on a lower energy. Problems don't come to everyone in the family. Problems only come turn by turn to one person in the house. But if one person is going through that problem and is emotionally getting affected because of that problem, if everybody else is here, there is no crisis. That is about becoming the powerhouse of your family. That is what it is. So now today, tomorrow, weekend, take a diary and pen. What is it that my family needs vibrationally? We know physically, financially, we know all that. Vibrationally, which means what is the one sanskar that anyone is lacking in? And then below that you write your blessing for them. And what is the blessing going to be? That one power which they need. If someone is rude to you, create a blessing. You are respectful. If relationship is in a conflict, create a blessing. Our relationship is perfect. Which means just keep saying the opposite of what is happening. Because what I will think will start happening. What I will think will start happening. But if I will think what they say, then I have made that my reality, and now two people are thinking that. First only one person was thinking that. So that is detachment. Detachment means your thought is not going to become my thought. I am detached. Attachment means your thought is my thought. Detachment means your thought is your thought. I'm going to change my thought. And now I'm going to change that thought to influence your thought. Do you think people's mind will get influenced by your higher vibrational thoughts? Will it get influenced? Yes? Yes or no? Will that influence the children at home? Yes. That's all. Isn't it so simple to create a powerful home? Isn't it so simple to create a powerful home? But if one is going through pain, the other one gets affected, the energy is very soon in the house, the children are anyways going, and very soon it just slips out of the hand. So the right thought means the highest vibrational thought in every situation. Situation may not be perfect, but the mind needs to be perfect for the life to be perfect. Situations don't need to be perfect for life to be perfect. There are people for whom everything is perfect in life, but thinking is still not perfect. And there are people for whom nothing is going right in their life, but their mind is working perfect. There can be somebody who is going through 4th stage of cancer, but emotionally they are fine. And there's someone who has 100 fever and they're very disturbed. Yes or no? Which means this and this is not a connection. The power here is mine. And my quality of life is not about whether I have cancer or I have fever. My quality of life is how I'm thinking about what I have. And how I will think will change the situation. Just put your hand like this. Tomorrow morning you wake up and your hand is paining suddenly. It's numb. It's paining. Where is the pain? Where is the pain? It's here, right? It's here. Will it start paining here? Where is the pain? It's here. But when it pains here, will it start paining here? Yes or no? It's paining here. Will it start paining here? Will it start paining here? It's paining here. This is a situation. It could be health of the body. It could be a relationship. It could be a problem at work. It's paining here. Will it start paining here? When will it start paining here? When I think what happened, now what will happen, what is my future, how did it hurt, then it will start paining here. So first equation, situation doesn't affect the mind. Second, when it starts paining here, will it do something to the pain here? When I start creating pain here by the way I think, will it do anything to the pain here? When my mind creates fear, anxiety, worry, stress, will the pain in my body get affected? So simple equation. Situations don't create pain in the mind, but the pain in the mind affects the situation. So the equation is the mind affects the situation. The equation we are living with is situation affects the mind. So the basic equation is wrong. Now, if there is pain in this hand and I create pain in the mind, the pain starts increasing here. So that means I also have the power to heal the pain. If I have the power to increase the pain, then I also have the power to heal the pain. So what should I do here to heal the pain? It's hurting. It's really paining. What should I do here? Anyone do this and see. Anyone do this and see, okay? You wake up in the morning or any time in the day, this is hurting, that is hurting, here it's paining, this is paining. If we start saying, oh, it's paining, oh, it's paining, because it's a reality, it's paining, so obviously I will think it's paining. But the more you will start thinking it's paining, it will keep paining. You start taking the medicine also, but along with the medicine you say, but it's paining. Now just do it in your first thought. It's paining, and you start saying, my hand is perfect. Just experiment with this and see. It's paining, you say, my hand is perfect. You want to go to a doctor, depending on what the disease is, you go to the doctor, you want to take a medicine, you take a medicine. But along with all that, just keep saying, my hand is perfect, my hand is perfect, my hand is perfect. What will happen with that? First, my mind will remain perfect. So the problem will only remain outside, the problem will not be here. And second, I will use that power of that right thinking to influence the problem. So problems are all outside. Even the problem in my body is outside, which means it's outside of me. I am here. I don't have any problem. The problems are all outside. My problem only gets created when the way I think about the outside problems. But the problem is that when I think in a wrong manner about the outside problem escalates. The pain in the hand will not remain where it is if I start worrying about it. That is why your doctor will say, don't get stressed, relax. You say, how can I not get stressed? They say, because if you get stressed, it will increase. Simple. So can we just start saying, my hand is perfect? Say, my hand is perfect. My body is perfect. My work is perfect. My country is perfect. My spouse is perfect. My child is perfect. And most important, I am perfect. That's all. It's only simple. This very soon becomes vocabulary. Vocabulary. Situations are perfect. Life is perfect. Make it your vocabulary. Not just for the sake of saying it. Vocabulary here, not vocabulary here. It's like you meet somebody else, everything is perfect. Inside like this is not right, that is not right, that. It's not for here, it's not for other people. It's for me, for my way of thinking. Because I know when I start calling it perfect, the situation will start shifting towards perfect. Because the power is here. So the law is thoughts create our world. We made the equation, world creates our thoughts. So world is going through a problem, the mind is going through a problem. The world is going through a problem, which means my world, any problem. Let me just take care of the mind. The mind will remain safe, and most important, the powerful mind will change the problem. So now again, close your eyes, find your one situation in life for which you do create worry, or you do create fear, or you are concerned. Any one scene. And now create that thought for that situation. The rule is, don't think what is the current reality. Create the highest vibrational thought for that situation. If there is a relationship which is in a conflict or which is having those undercurrents, say that relationship is perfect. We are in harmony. If we are not understanding each other, say we understand each other extremely well. If we are not able to communicate, always there is an issue. Say we get along extremely well. We accept each other. Just keep saying that what you want the situation to be. And the law is thoughts create the world. I will change my thought will change the situation. Any issue in the body, any issue at workplace, any issue with a colleague, anything, just change your thought about that. Don't do anything outside. Now see if you found your answer for your specific issue. Worry about losing a job. If I keep worrying, my chances of losing it are anyways going to increase because I'm creating that vibration. What if this happens? Even if you don't know what's going to happen, just create one thought. Whatever will happen will be the best for me and my family. Can we create this one thought? Whatever will happen. You know, we are going through times we really don't know what's the right thing that's going to happen. You will think this is right, but actually something else would be right. So the highest vibration is whatever is right for us will happen. And when you create that thought, whatever is right for us will happen, the right will start happening, even if you don't know that time that this is actually right. But if you have the faith and you know this, that it's going to work, you just keep saying whatever is right for us only happens. It may not look right that time. The whole world may say this is not right. 2 months later, you are going to say, see, what happened was right. Anyone experienced that in life, that it didn't look right, later on it looked right? Raise your hands. There, here, look at this. But what happens? We see it right after months or after years. But all those months and years we kept, this is not right, this was not right, this was not right, this was not right. Even then it turned out to be right. But what if you would have said, this is right from day one? This would have remained right. This would have remained right. Life is only happening to you the way you are going to think about it. And most important, if everything is also not going right. If everything is also not going right, still where is the only power that I have? Here. And if I keep this right, I will get everything back right. But when I lose the power here, then even small things become big issues for me. So how is life? How is life? Super perfect. Super perfect. As a thought, not as a statement for the world. Write it every single day. This is affirmation. Affirmation means I create a thought and I repeat it every single day, many times in a day. So let's create our list of affirmations. First affirmation, I am a powerful being. You can write this down or record the audio or anything, but you have to have it with you. And then immediately go home and write it out in your diary. First one, I am a powerful being. Powerful being means I respond to every situation. I don't react. I respond. So I'm programming myself. I am a powerful being. Second one, I am calm and stable always. I am calm and stable always. So you check the vocabulary. What we want to be, we are saying I am. Similarly, what you want them to be, you will say you are. That's all, that is an affirmation. That affirmation is a blessing. Third one, I'm always happy. I'm always happy. Fourth one, I'm fearless, I'm confident, I'm secure. Fifth one, keep it blank, personal, create yours. Anything you want to change about yourself. The vocabulary is what you want to be, you have to say, I am. Let's say someone has the nature of getting hurt very easily when people say something to them. So you have to say, I'm untouched by people's behavior. If somebody needs appreciation, needs validation, then we will say an affirmation, I need nothing, I only give. So whatever I want to be, fifth one is personal. Sixth one, my mind and body is perfect and healthy always. My mind and body is perfect and healthy always. In case there is any health issue, then one more for that. Specific. If hand is paining, then the affirmation is my hand is perfect. Any part of the body hurting, paining, put a line for that. Any parameter out of range, put a line for that. My sugar levels are normal. Give the figure. Stop saying I'm diabetic. If you keep saying it, it will always be there. First of all, not I am diabetic, my body. It's not I am. It's my body. But that also, if we keep repeating the disease, it will never go away. My blood pressure is normal. If it is not normal, create a thought. It's normal with the figure. Please put a figure of anything you want to get back into range. Anything. And those who have everything perfect will only keep one. Mind and body is perfect, healthy always. Then one for relationships. I accept people, people accept me. My every relationship is in harmony. Every relationship. In case there is an issue in relationship with anyone, now write their name and with their name and say, they and me get along extremely well. If there's anything of the past that I'm holding on to, then I say, past is past, I forgive, I forget. What have we been saying? I cannot forgive, I cannot forget. Whatever we think, it will happen. Keep saying, I cannot forgive, you will never be able to forgive. You say for 10, 15 days, I forgive, I forget. It's only a coding here. It's a coding here. So I forgive, I forget, I radiate blessings to them. Then create one for your work, professional life, that you have to create. Whatever you want should happen. Create a thought, it has already happened. What you want to achieve, create, I'm already that. Abundance, never create a thought of lack. We have less. We have more than we need. We have more than we need. My life is perfect. We are safe, we are secure. Our life is perfect. And the last one will be, God's power and blessings is a divine circle of protection around me. Very important. Very, very important to do it every single day. Many times in a day. Envelop yourself with a higher energy vibration circle. Envelop your children with a higher energy vibration circle. Energize your home with a higher energy circle. Because we're living in a world of so much energy vibration. No, right now we're sitting in this hall of 800 people. We have 800 people's vibrations here. We are into everybody's vibration circle here. Throughout the day, traveling, transport, office, mall, restaurant, it's all energy vibration circles. So create that. It's like a mask. COVID will not enter. It's like that PPE kit. COVID will not enter. Wear that PPE kit, walk into the ICU of COVID. Which means envelop yourself with a higher energy circle, lower vibrations will not enter. Now, similarly, you create this for other people. Which means whatever you want should happen for them, you say you are a. Create a set of affirmations for your children. Even a child of 3 and 4 can say this. We just have to teach them how to do it. Even simple for them. I'm powerful, I am fearless, I'm confident, my concentration is highest, mind and body is healthy, my performance is excellent. Give them whatever you want them to achieve. And say, I have already achieved that. But most important, even for your children, prioritize this more than performance. Prioritize the state of mind, prioritize the sanskar more than performance. What is more important, performance or people? What is more important, performance or people? People means personality. So performance is important, but what if a child is like always topping, but on the last day of the exam they panic? What do you do now? What do you do to all that performance of the entire year? So performance is important, but that strength of the mind who's going to perform is more important than the performance, because if the mind is powerful, then they will perform a little more than their capacity. But if the mind panics on the last day, their performance will dip. And most important, even if they perform, even if they top the class, if every time they're going to go through panic, then they don't know how to face the pressures of life. So we will not call that as success. That's a failure. It's okay to get 5 marks less, but you went through your exam with stability, successful. Because then you'll go through life with stability. But you came first, but you panicked. You got so stressed, you were so hyper before the exam. What will you do in life? So don't just be happy looking at the performance. Check the experience of the exam of the child. The experience of the exam is more important than those marks. In your life, anybody asks you today how much you got in school? No, but how you went through the exam experience is actually how you're going through the life's exams now. So don't just be happy they've done well. Evaluate how they went through the experience of the exam. And work on that, that next time it's going to be even more powerful. Next time it's going to be even more powerful. Don't only check next time we'll get even more marks than that. No. No. It's not performance. There are a lot of children, there are top institutes, where only those who always topped are there in that institute. And now we need psychiatrists in that institute. And we need psychologists there. And in spite of everything, children in those top institutes are choosing not to live. They never came anything but first all their life. Because we were focusing only on one part of life. So performance is important, but how they went through the performance is more important than the performance. But we don't talk about it. We talk only about performance. And that the child also feels this is only success, so they panic if they don't get that. And now the parents are saying, we are not putting any pressure, the child is putting pressure on themselves, right? Who taught them to put that? Who taught them to put that? And now they're telling them, don't worry, don't worry. The child will say, no, but I want to come first. I say, but it's okay if you don't come, but it doesn't matter, I'm not doing it for you now. I have got addicted to it. So we have to take care. So create this for them. Now when do we need to do this? First thing in the morning. And last thing before going to sleep. How many of you can keep away your phone 1 hour before going to sleep? Doesn't mean keep away your phone and switch on the TV. Just give your mind this space from this content flooding that is going on. If any home only does this, you are going to give the biggest gift to your child. Biggest gift. Just start doing it yourself. Don't say anything to them. Don't create issues over it now. Don't keep getting after them. Keep away the phone. Keep up. It is not going to happen like that. Just you keep away yours. Just you switch off the TV. You go back to reading a book. You go back to listening to music. You go back to just sitting and not picking up any gadget. You go back to just doing nothing. We are the last generation who also knows the concept doing nothing. Just sit, do nothing. Get bored, no problem. Learn to live with your mind. Learn to live with your mind. WHO has said the next epidemic is loneliness. What is loneliness? I am with people, but I'm lonely. Lonely means I've not created a good relationship with myself. So create this culture at home. Sitting, doing nothing. Not to just pick up the phone again. Like this fidgety. Because we've got so addicted to that. Na? So it's going to go through a de-addiction process. We don't want to go to a de-addiction center, so let's start doing the de-addiction process at home. Simple first practice. No phone, no TV while eating. That should be a rule at home. That you can go and impose immediately. No phone, no TV. Hanji? Hanji. And if they are not going to listen to you, start creating an affirmation, they do listen to me. Don't go home here thinking they are not going to listen, they are not going to listen. Then 100% they are not going to listen. They say, obviously they will listen. Nowadays, we are fearful of being strict with children. Yes? Why are we so scared of them? Why are we suddenly so scared of them? किस बात का डर है? हाँ जी? Our parents were also not perfect, but they were strict with us. Do you think that strict was good for us? You feel that strict was good for us? But we didn't like it that time, obviously. But now we know it was good for us. So don't you think our being a little strict will be good for them? Yes? Ji? We never? Why are they behaving that way? Lower emotional resilience. But when they do that, if I'm going to stop saying things, then that's only going to increase their emotional weakness. We were told, do this. We were not asked, will you do this? There's a difference between the two things. We were told, eat this. Your mummy ever asked you, what will you eat today? No. Kha lo, ban gaya. And we would say, but I don't like this. I said, but who asked you? You have to eat this. Now that looked so, like how mean they are. I don't want to eat this. Eat this. You know what that meant? Life has given you this, face it. For a child, that was only life. I don't feel like eating this, but you have to eat what you don't feel like eating. You have to wear what you don't feel like wearing. You don't have to go where you feel like going. You have to go where you don't feel like going. What was this creating? What was this creating? This was creating a sanskar to be able to adjust and adapt and to bend and to tolerate. And then suddenly life threw at us what we didn't want, and we knew how to go through it. We knew how to go through it because we had seen so much of it in life that we know life will always, but we are creating for them a life which is their way. You want to eat this? You want to go here? You want to wear this? You don't want to wear this? Don't. Do what you want because you are right. How can children be right? Have they learnt everything so soon? They appear to be very intelligent because they have everything at the click of a mouse. That's intelligence, not wisdom. Is there a difference between intelligence and wisdom? So they think they're more intelligent than us, but that does not build up emotional resilience. But that's okay, they're children. How will they know all this? But we know. So if we create them so fragile, that everything is going to be your way, life is not going to be their way. Most important, their spouse is not going to be their way. And most important, their spouse is also being brought up in the same manner. So suddenly you're going to have two people living together, both have not listened to no's in their life. And suddenly they will live together. And then people are saying people are not living together more than 6 months, 1 year. I feel even 6 months is credit if they are able to live together like this. Because two fragile people, who have not been taught to bend, to adapt, to adjust, just having it my way, how will they live together? So, even now, there's still time. There is still time. Don't fear your children. Don't say, no, un pe pressure nahi dalo. Pressure dalo. Because life is not going to be like you and say, I will not put pressures on your child for you. Don't make them weak, make them strong. Don't try and make everything perfect for them outside. Try and make a perfect mind for them to face everything that's going to happen in life with them. So start saying those no's. Don't have to shout about it. Just have to be respectfully strict. No means no. Let them shout, let them scream, let them cry, let them bang the door. No problem. Better to cry now rather than cry later in life. We also cried. Right? We cried, we shouted, we screamed. Fine. Let them cry. No, every child will cry when they don't get things their way. The only thing is they cry a little louder than what we cried because they're so never mind. Let them cry at their volume. Doesn't matter. But don't panic and go like, don't cry, don't cry. Why? Cry? Cry? But you're not going to get it. Cry. Go ahead. So don't panic like that. It's fine. It's fine to fall. It's fine not to get things my way. Because life is not going to be able to do what you're doing to them. And that is why when a child is not getting things their way, suddenly it's coming like a big failure, and then the mind is not being able to cope up with it. The mind is not being able to cope a failure. The mind is not being able to face a rejection in relationship. We get emails saying, that person rejected me, I don't want to live anymore. This is how they're responding to a rejection. I don't want to live anymore. Because we said, no, everything will be your way. So very gently, it will have to come back. Have to. Because 20 years later, they're going to look back at you and say, you did this, you should have been more strict. And then you'll say, I tried, but you were getting angry. They said, so what? You knew what was right for me. So go back to only parenting how we were parented. Nothing new. Cook and keep it for them and bolo, eat. And don't give them anything in their bank account so that they can click and order from outside. Very gently, but it's for their good. And let them get angry and let them bang the door and let them not talk. Only thing that you have to do, you have to remain calm and stable and smiling when they're. The only problem is when we panic when they panic. If you remain normal, no problem, go through all this, don't worry, we also went through all this. Fine, you keep talking to them, you keep going and feeding them, you keep doing all things, let them shout. Things will change. Otherwise, they are going to lose it and they definitely will not know what to do with their children. They will not know how to parent their children then. And who will be responsible for all this then? So let's create this gentle turn. So can we do it? No screens while eating? Sure? Can you be strict enough that for that much? Yes. Bolo, no screens while eating. And gently start reducing content consumption in your life. Gently start meditation in your life. Gently start consuming positive content in your life. Don't say anything to them. But when you do it, it automatically starts influencing them. That is certain. So what is meditation? Meditation is a gentle exercise to strengthen the mind. So two things that we do at the meditation center is content and meditation. Content means add 10-15 minutes of higher vibrational content on a daily basis. Everybody start doing that. Don't consume negative content before going to sleep. Whatever you consume before going to sleep becomes a part of your system during the sleep. So take care for an hour before going to sleep, meditate before going to sleep, write your affirmations before going to sleep, and then just take care in the morning. These 2 times are very important. During the day, implement what we consumed. Responding, creating that high vibrational thought, understanding that the other person is emotionally unwell and radiating a blessing for them and healing them, and then coming home at a higher energy space. So how many of you would like to learn the meditation? Everyone wants to like to learn. Because today we decided we have time, right? Yes. So we are at the meditation center. Have we given the address to everybody where it's going to happen? We announced already? Right now? Come. So 3 days meditation course, 2 batches. One from 24th, which means one is a gift before Diwali. Before Diwali. So it's 3 days. 24th, 25th, 26th, 3 days. Sister will share the time in this place with us. And the second one is 14th, 15th, 16th November. 24th to 26th October, 14th to 16th November in the evening. Now, how many are good with 24th? And how many are good with 14th to 16th? And how many are not good with both? No, which means both don't suit. It's okay. Raise your hand. So then you will call the center and fix a time which suits you. But we will not give any excuse to ourselves that I'm not going to do it. 3 days, 1 hour. 3 days, 1 hour to learn. And then, of course, do it daily. So sister will share with us the time, and then we will meditate for a few minutes, and then we will leave.
It would be in the ICC halls, and the timings would be in the evening from 7:30 to 8:45. The full announcements would be made on the website very soon. Thank you.
ICC hall, convenient for everybody location? Very good. 7:30 to 8:45, good time, or do you want to change the time? Early, late, anything, because it's our time. We can decide, change the time right away. It's okay, 7:30 to 8:45? Perfect. So 24th and 14th November. We have everybody's number to send a message about this also? Yes, so you will all get a WhatsApp with this confirmation and the location. Okay, takeaways. What are we changing from today? 1. G? Screen time. Okay. It's not only about time, it's quality. Watching 1 hour but watching all junk. No. Conscious. Let's take a pledge till Diwali. What is today's date? 20th, na? So we still have 10 days. 11 days till 1st of November. 11 days I will not consume any lower energy content. Who is ready to do for 11 days? Lower energy means lot of it will come in the lower energy. Any trace of lust, ego, greed, jealousy, anger, crime, violence, ridiculing people, comparing, criticism, everything comes under lower energy. Now 11 days, raise your hand. No, why should we try? Why should we not do it? So many things, so it's good. If there's so many things of junk food lying here, we don't say we'll try, we just say we won't eat. There will always be one little bowl of healthy food there. What would happen is more people will be towards the junk food. What will also happen is the junk food is tasty, but this little bowl is healthy. So even if I'm the only one, let me go there. Yes? So we are not trying. The affirmation, I've already done it. It's easy. What's the affirmation? It's easy. Very soon this will become vocabulary. If we don't consume, creators will start changing the content they create. And if creators start changing the content they create, your children are saved. So please stop consuming. We are the biggest consumers. And the more we consume, the lower the quality of the content goes, because what new will they create for tomorrow now? That's why it's going like. And all this they are going to consume when they are this age. So 11 days, right? And no screen while eating. And repeated affirmations many times in a day. Second, no blaming the outside world for how I am thinking. Whatever may be happening outside, thought will be here. When someone doesn't behave my way, blessing. They are emotionally in pain. They are not the cause of my pain. They are in pain. I am not the victim. Who is the victim? They are the victim. They are the victim to remember, and I am the healer. I am the healer. Come, bring your attention here to the center of the forehead. This is a little exercise you do daily now till the 24th. Just a minute. And seeing myself, the energy in the center of the forehead, I am a powerful being. I am calm and stable. I'm always happy. Past is past. I release. I forgive. I forget. My relationships are in harmony. My mind and body is perfect and healthy. Success is certain for me. I have more than I need. My life is perfect. Everything is happening for my benefit. I prioritize my emotional health. I prioritize my family's emotional health. God's power and blessings is a divine circle of protection around me. Visualize white light energy circle around me. And now draw this around your family. Three days, 1 hour, I commit that time for myself. I am the powerhouse of my family. Whatever happens, I am the one calm, stable, powerful, radiating power, empowering everyone. Next 11 days, I consume only healthy content. Next 15 minutes as you walk out, as you drive home, keep 15 minutes silence. Keep that time for yourself. Check your thoughts, check thoughts of specific situations, check thoughts for people, check thoughts for yourself. Forgive yourself if there's been a mistake. Guilt is a big energy depleter. So 15 minutes of silence increases willpower. And you can do 15 minutes of silence every day actually. Every morning, silence. So we will start walking out in absolute silence. Drive home in silence. But checking and changing your thoughts and your lifestyle changes. Let's start walking out in silence. In silence. We are not going to go back to our children and tell them to do all this. Only we are going to do it. We are going to do it. And remembering when I raise the vibration of the house, they will get energized. Bacha, have you taken anything for yourself today? Did you write for yourself the affirmations? Will you do it also? Hanji? But you will do it, right? You understood everything today? It's so simple, no? 15 minutes in silence.